Just getting closer.
Time was the charm.
So, London and Layla, do you have a duet ready for the library show today?
Yes.
Okay. We don't need to hear it now. It's going to be great. So we took a break. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and when we come back, Dave's going to start with Dill Pickle Rat. Okay. And so now it's what is it? Oh, Calliope House. Okay. Yeah.
Are you doing a single?
I'm going to do both A's. It just makes more sense. You're
doing 2 A's now.
yes.
Okay.
Stay flexible,
Is that
folks.
naked?
We will.
So in the middle of MacArthur Road, do you want me to, the second time through, do you want me to change to the Calypso beat? Like on the CD? I can do that without messing, but I don't want to throw a curve on everybody else. It'll fit.
What? Yes, whatever you want.
Okay, all right.
Just start on the Bowen.
I am.
Okay. Okay. So Steve, Mike, and me, AA. 1, 2, 3. in the program, just along with him. Good.
I love when you switch to the calypso beat. It gives you a
Yeah.
kick for the second beat.
Steve?
I'm gonna sit for this because
Okay.
my accordion strap is nothing weird.
Wow.
Accordion malfunction.
Accordion malfunction.
So Steve, did we determine is it a 4-bar intro or an 8-bar intro?
4. No, we said 40.
Yeah.
It's the,
Thank you.
Do you need another stand?
Nope.
so it's this much.
Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning.
Again.
Yeah, start at the beginning.
That's like an intro.
Yeah.
That was twice.
Okay.
I should
Do you know you weren't harmony played the whole time?
Whatever you wanna do. On Mott's?
Is it 2 or 3 at the performance?
Well, it could be either. At the library, crap, I don't know. We just have to see how we're going with the program. Yes,
The second time through Oravalson, the non-harmony players need to play strong because a lot of players are playing the harmony and recordings playing harmony, and we got a bit lost.
we did.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 3 against 10.
Yes, and in the recording was playing the harmony.
Oh, the first
And so just remind everyone, including myself.
And I personally,
Harmony players might tuck it in.
No, I think it'll sound completely different in the library.
There's that too.
Okay.
it sounded like yesterday when we played it, that third measure, the B part where it goes duck, 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 the staccato, those 3 staccato notes. Yesterday it sounded real crisp and clean, and today it sounded a little muddier on the staccato notes. I think it's really nice when it's crisp and clean.
I can't find it. We could all just sing that. Like,
Oh, the 3 dots? Yeah, this is.
yeah, there are 3 staccato notes in there. Let's go on.
Oh, yeah.
4 beats from Mike for getting into St. Kilda. We're on Hutto Staten Island. It's number 12. And the plan is 2, 3, and 2. Unless we're too late.
Florida. Shock.
Okay. Mike, so I'm glad you remembered that. You give us the 4 beats from tune 1 into tune 2.
I'll try to get them at the right tempo. What tempo are you playing that tune?
Well, yeah, it's sort of like a slow Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
After 4 beats,
The river
Yeah.
there is
One,
huge.
do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
that's true.
Whatever you guys were doing.
Yeah, that
You
works
know?
for me.
Ask.
Works for me.
I don't know,
Works for
ask.
Dave, too.
Okay, it works for Dave.
What is ask? Yeah. What is ask? ASP.
Okay, the tempo on HUD is gonna be whatever it is in the library.
Whatever.
Now, have we collectively decided to leave out the pickup notes or not?
Yes.
Okay.
They crossed out. Too late.
Mine are crossed out.
We knew that.
It's always our fault they're there. We should
Ones
be
that are
rid of
on
them.
HUD,
Yeah, it's a D and a B.
we've got the high.
Why-
One
the
time.
rest-
The rest will all play.
Yeah, no,
Take out the 2 pickup notes on HUD at the beginning, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
tempo?
Faster.
Diggity.
All right.
Does it need to be faster or slower?
I'm 7'2".
Half fast.
I'm 6'7".
Like Bonanza. Dun, 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 right?
Well, now that's a little too fast.
All right. What'd you say, the Lone Ranger?
Well, yeah, but on the recording, that goes really fast. That was good. Okay. Last four of Hut. 1, 2, 3, 4.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3.
And unless that knocks players out, it's up to you.
Yeah. Okay, last four of Hut. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Geordie set or the Tooth Fairy set? Pick one. Pretty quick.
Jordy.
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 Okay, cutting the Geordie set. So Tooth Fairy set,
You put Illipoo.
I know, but that was when I had the two jigs.
So you're taking it.
Yeah.
Real big isn't part of it.
No, I had said we cut something and put, or maybe put Eel Big, never mind.
Oh, that one with the Mary Black.
Yeah. And so with the rest of the program, we won't cut
Have you seen that?
anything with a solo. And they all have them. Let's see.
Good.
Okay, I might cut some other things earlier because, in fact, I think we might have to cut the Tooth Fairy set, just because. Just because, don't whine, because, you would be next, Kata. Invercastley Falls, trip to Valley Shannon,
Or
and not do.
just take that out, put 2:30.
Not that easy.
Cause for an hour and a half show with 5 minute in between, we can't do them all.
No.
So if I say, oh, let's cut blah, and it's your solo, tell me, because I'm who I am, I forget stuff. So, because I don't want to cut any of the solos or
It's like one of the ones I
bits, okay? So take it away, Koch.
For which one?
But don't cross out the jigs, we're gonna play them forever in the market, for sure. What?
This is what we're doing now.
No,
No, we're gonna get rid of the
Fall.
Invercastley
Castle's sort of leading it now.
We're skipping Geordie, Tooth Fairy, and Elam Egg. We'll do them tomorrow, though. I know, it makes you crazy, doesn't it? I
I
know,
need
it's good for us.
Wait, what are you doing?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You ready? And we're all just gonna start with you.
Thank
too, and then I dropped out again because I was unsure.
Okay, I should have gone over that first.
And I'm gonna let you take it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll get in underneath,
Yeah.
and I'll start pushing after
Yeah.
that time, and I get where it's going.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so I want you to hold that last note, and as soon as you hear me, slide in, drop out, and let me have that first stick. So let's do the last little bit.
4 bars?
Yeah, last 4 bars of Trip the Down Shannon. 1, 2, ready, go. Thank you very much. It's heating up.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. My clip self-destructed.
He's having a good time fiddling.
Yeah.
So,
Is there no solo in there?
I thought it was part of the act.
it's just for playing,
Oh, at the beginning, at the
The
beginning. Okay.
timing was right.
Yeah,
That's the rest on the first day, got it.
yeah.
So this is a solo the whole first time, right?
Yeah.
Quartet. Quartet, yes.
Oh, Patty Ann. Oh,
Yes.
that's, I thought you were, yeah. Chords. Can you say that again?
Yeah.
Okay. And, we're with you. Are you sorry?
We play the whole thing 3 times, Jeanette?
1 time folk, 2 times 2.
Okay.
Rudy.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
That's sort of Olsen.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's very creative.
I was looking at the 4/4. I'm like, wow, he's counting it in 3.
Whoops.
Playing in metric.
We were going there with you though. I'm not the only one.
Tell her
Every
to
12
download
measures,
Mobile
it would have lined us though.
Sorry about that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna this side here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Did it seem like we were slowing down at some of those runs?
We don't, we're just gonna play with it. So you guys, we might have to cut the flower set at the library and like some drum things. But let's put it down just in case it's gonna stay. Because if whenever Carla comes around, she's gonna play. Okay, well then we can't cut it. But, all right, let's just do it. 2, 2, and 3.
Oh, turn this off.
Okay. Who wants to be Carla? Why don't you play with her? She's Carla right now. Robert do something like that for 30 years.
We just have a snare drum set.
The whole.
Doing good. We took her perfect.
Okay.
We're feeling good.
One of the
But she
things,
tested negative for strep.
Carla
COVID, and Lyme.
intends to do AA the first 10 we have to
Yes,
check.
that's what she did.
That's what I had.
She does the whole first.
Okay,
The whole first time was a rest for me, at least.
okay, all right. Okay, we have to go on, let's go on to first light and Ouagadougou.
Maybe get some subscribes.
Piano starts first light
So we'll see what
with ambiance,
When I
right?
edit,
Or
I
are
can
you
do
gonna
that.
play the melody too?
No, somebody was playing that yesterday. What do we do?
Yeah, what did we do? Because I have no.
You did some of fiddling.
Yeah, it's
Some fiddling, yes.
Did we start with the drone, the cello drone?
Yeah, we
The
did.
first breaking of the flash.
Yeah, you started with that stuff. And then it's 2. Let's do it just 3 times, so, not 2 times, 2 times. Sorry, Steve,
Sorry.
2 times.
I was working it out.
And
Impressive, huh?
Mike brings us in with Ouagadougou
Kevin, help me.
and play more and, longer.
All right.
How many bars is Mike giving us?
We don't know, we don't care.
Well, hey, when I'm coming in, do they want to have some rhythm instruments? Like I'll play like maybe 4 bars by myself, and then maybe have the cello come in, and maybe the piano or something, just to kind of build underneath it.
Well, let's try it.
So
You
start
guys
with
get
you.
that?
Yeah, I'll do like 4 measures or 8 measures,
What-
and then
what song?
you guys come in and just add some tension. And
And then you count in the band.
all right,
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have to count us in.
That's how we do the.
Where you are.
yeah. All right.
Okay. Thump, thump, thump.
So, do you want me to come in after the first 4 measures?
Yeah, something.
Okay.
Whatever sounds good.
Okay.
Let's try it. Okay, first
Good luck
light,
with me, Barry.
Steve.
And the first light is twice, not 3 times.
Twice, yeah, because we're.
Just an hour.
Well, for the library, 2 times, the market, a lot.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's sustain like a little beyond.
Now, you look at me when you're ready. sign is A, B, C, C, D, D. Ending with the cha-cha-cha. Don't be confused by the harmony, because they're doing a reprise of the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you know?
Yeah, they do the,
Yep.
C part.
Okay, so that would be the show.
Yeah, correct.
That's
Cool.
so cool. Such a great team.
Hey,
That's
on the first line, isn't the cello good?
Any,
Is there a spot with the cello? What is the cello person?
any problems? Any
I usually come in
complaints?
after like the A section is done once. It's like, that's when I usually come in.
I'd like to see more smiling.
Yeah, the smiling thing is, the smiling thing is not happening.
Well, when
I know
I,
we're not recording right now, but it's just always good to.
well, if I turn around and I look at you and I go, that means do something with your mouth, you know? I don't look like this all the time, but if I do that, do something. Okay? I think we got it. So announcements.
Announcement, Nancy has an announcement.
Yeah, I also have some.
Most people who have been here realize that with all the people in the small kitchen, all the dishes in there is just too much. So we set up a dish station over here. So after you get your food and your coffee and whatever you eat or drink, take the dishes out here, scrape your food, and then put them in their marked what to put it in. You know, your utensils, your cups, your bowls. And then we'll take care of it from there. But it just fills up the sink way too much, okay? So, and if you see someone else who hasn't been here to figure that out, help them out with that, okay?
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you
so much. And Nancy is the queen of loading and unloading dishwashers.
I am, and
Dishwasher, another dishwasher.
well, she's the apprentice, but she's doing a good job.
Wait, I did it last year, come on.
Well, that's what I'm
Okay, and Bridget has an announcement.
I know.
About transportation to the gig today.
Oh, yeah.
So, how many of you have cars that you can take others?
Extra body.
Okay, and I do too.
Oh, that's enough.
So, and I'm kind of not including our locals necessarily. We'll see how we do. What I think would be the easiest is if you, would you raise your hands again, if you can drive? Would you please, if you don't have a ride, go talk to somebody and make the date?
Yeah, who needs
Okay,
it?
and then I have maps that I will get to the drivers. And good luck getting it.
Okay,
It should take 10 minutes.
Yeah, and the address is on the schedule.
Okay, it's just a little tricky to go behind and
You have to
down.
go behind and down. to
If
get
you
to the
remember, behind City Hall and across town.
park. And our arrival time is
More.
4. We go on stage at 5, we start at 5, so everybody should be there at 4. If you have not contributed your money for food or to Lillian to give to our hosts, she's right there, now's a good time to do it. And if you have not signed up for chores, please do that.
Today isn't everybody lunch, we're expecting everybody, and those of you who are local and coming for the first lunch, put $5 in a paper bag or a box or
And
whatever.
sign up for a chore.
Yeah.
If you eat, help.
Oh, and the music stand situation. The way we work at Chill Club is everybody is responsible for their own stand. So we all take a stand, we have a chair. We all take your own chair. We don't have a team that's just gonna be chairs.
No, for the library, not for the library.
No
The
chairs for the
library has
library.
chairs.
Okay, never mind what I said.
Well, stands,
Music stands.
stands, yes.
Nobody's caring. We'll sure.
Okay.
We will need chairs for the farmer's market. Mike said, Bridget, Mike is taking chairs to the farmer's market.
Whatever fits in the back of my truck, I'm fine to
Yeah.
take.
But that doesn't mean Mike is gonna unload our chairs and walk across wherever we go.
He's not delivering them.
So Mike, you and I talk about where to unload stuff, okay?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll need to get the chairs into this truck, he'll drive them, then we take them, yeah, the chairs.
Let me say something about the money. Some people have paid on PayPal and I have that, but we had also, so for people who are staying here and eating all the meals, it's $100 for the meal plan. And then we'd also ask that you give the money to me, the treasurer, for your, as a contribution for lodging as well.
And that was suggested
Yeah.
50 to 100 if you're staying for
Yeah.
that.
And I can process credit cards and I can take checks or cash.
And then, right?
And, or you can, there's a link on the emails that you can pay on with your phone. Just, if you do that now, let me know. I mean, I know most of the people that have done that already. I already have done that. And then just the people that aren't staying here in the other two houses. Those are just $5 a meal. Out to the box.
So I confused myself, and maybe,
Does that make sense? Did
no, I confused myself before, and I'm still a little confused, but maybe no one else is, but I'll try it anyway. So I paid the $100, which is simple, and I'm not staying here.
How did you pay for it?
PayPal.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, so if you're not staying here, you still make a contribution to your host.
Yes,
Yes,
that
because
was
Lily
one.
is,
Okay,
yeah.
and I can do that by PayPal too,
You can.
and how much?
$50 to $100.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And then she's gonna take care of,
Give you guys something, yeah, cool.
we done?
Well, I guess if I have to pay between 50 and 100, I'll take 50, you can have 100, okay? I'll work on it.
Any questions? Good, let's break. Ready, go.
Go break.
Can I go to your phone?